Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for listening, subscribing to my new baby channel here. It is fun to get it rolling. I want to talk about SoFi. Oh my God. Let's talk about Applied Digital just for a little bit here, but really the news in the video is going to be focused on SoFi just for a little bit of a conversation here. So SoFi has had a partnership being unveiled to us here, and this kind of came out of nowhere, but I mean, we know. If you don't know, I just want to make this known to you. So SoFi and Robinhood, very much two companies, two stocks right now that are very head-to-head, very much in this realm of almost quarterlies, very close to each other. Robinhood's a little farther along with their finances, but where Robinhood is at, SoFi's trying to get to. Where SoFi's at, Robinhood's trying to get out. And why I'm including Robinhood in this is because Robinhood, especially CEO, they talk a lot about crypto, the future of crypto, and they've already really positioned themselves really well with a lot of that too, because obviously they started off as a trading platform and they really dig their heels into crypto a lot. I mean, they're adding new cryptos all the time to their platform, how they're doing it, banking it, blockchain, security, all that kind of stuff, blah, blah, blah. But SoFi here today, SoFi is bringing blockchain to users worldwide. We're just getting started, CEO says, sweet Anthony. SoFi partners with Lightspark to power blockchain enabled international money transfer. So this is big, okay? This is really big. This is it's just more prolonging, pushing the lifespan, and making SoFi a stronger pillar in the banking industry and really pushing them into new places of banking. And this is why I think that SoFi, and Robinhood too, a lot of it, but SoFi, talking about SoFi here, is becoming such a predator in the banking sector, where it's really just this new kind of diverse predator out there amongst, banks. It's still not being taken seriously. It's still, a lot of investors don't even take it seriously still, but it is growing. There is a reason why their quarterlies keep going up here. They're so close to producing billion-dollar quarterlies here. Their customer base is growing like crazy. We're seeing all this fundamentally good stuff happen with this company. So I don't know why people want to keep betting against it. I really don't. It's quite interesting how it's quite interesting why people are so betting against it. I don't know. SoFi Technologies will soon allow remittance payments on top of the Bitcoin layer 2 Lightning Network. So essentially, let you read this more. It's just a lot with crypto, and I don't talk about crypto a lot because I'm not a crypto. I have no business teaching anybody about crypto. I have no business. I buy crypto. I love crypto. I know a lot about crypto, blockchain, all that stuff, but it's just not my thing to talk about it. I talk about it on TikTok. That's about it. But I buy crypto. I buy a lot of crypto. I've bought crypto for years now. I'm storing it up like a squirrel stores up nuts. So, I am very much on board with SoFi doing this. I think it is fantastic. I think crypto is going to have a massive future here, with banks, with everything. And I think it's something that people need to pay attention to 100%. But the fact that SoFi is something that SoFi banking themselves, I think, incredibly undervalued for what the company's doing, what the company's pushing into, their software, everything connected to them, in the quarterlies. And SoFi too has this thing that doesn't get talked about a lot, and this is what we wish with other companies, is that SoFi is a really good CEO, like a really good CEO. They have Anthony. He is really good. One reason he's really good, just because he talks for God's sakes. There's so many CEOs of so many companies that I wish would talk, and they're just like stiff, wet boards, and they're just like, first quarter we had the lost quarters of this mass. Oh, if we keep pushing, well, it's like, oh my God, they don't give interviews, they don't do nothing, they just like wet socks. Anyway, Big Bear. SoFi here. There's things to love about it. It's like a little baby Palantir almost in a way. And obviously, for the person leaving a very nice comment right now, I'm not comparing it in the sense of money and what the company does with Palantir, but it's like this, it's kind of making its own road. That's what I see with SoFi. It's making its own road here. It's not following other stocks. It's not following other things. It's just making its own path here. And I am so in love with stocks and companies that do that, where you just see them just push into this avenue. So, even today with SoFi, it was not safe from the market. It sold off for the rest of the market. But even SoFi, selling off to this $22.75 zone, this is still very high. And, SoFi is 100%, I'm betting on it very heavily that it is going to go to $35 here by Q3. I think that's highly possible, especially if we get rate cuts here. I don't want to go over my whole theory about why SoFi is going to start leapfrogging here, but essentially the bullet points of that conversation is that, if we start to get rate cuts here in September throughout the year, the market, but banks in general and SoFi 100% will start to leapfrog into some crazy prices. So, it's just more good news with SoFi. It's just really good news. It's something that's really going to help them in the future. It's not something that's going to push quarterlies to new heights Q3, Q4, but it's undoubtedly going to help them push into where they need to go for future pillars of a bank. And just to touch on Applied Digital, look at Applied Digital. Look at this thing. It is still holding crazy numbers. I mean, you want to talk about something that just came out of nowhere. I mean, I remember talking I remember yesterday, Applied Digital here was just like a $7, $8, $6 stock, and now it's freaking almost $16, $18 on a good day. So, 17 on a good day here. But I mean, just wow. I've spoke so much about the stock and what they're doing, and it's still such a young stock, young company. I mean, they're literally still putting nails in the wood here, essentially, where they're building. Very new situation what's going on here, but it's a situation that is making a lot of money at a very fast rate. It's kind of it's concerning for both, it's concerning in two avenues, where I'm the growth is so fast, it's kind of overwhelming. And then it's another situation where I go the growth is so fast, it's alarming to where should I just get in this with a lot of money? Because what is next year going to look like? This year with quarterlies has been a little rocky, but still they've made tremendous movements in finances. Even though they've missed these quarterlies, they're still in crazy, new wealth here with what they're doing, bread and butter, finances here on these quarterlies now. So it's very interesting. I'm spitting now. What's going on here with Applied Digital? So I mean, people are not going to stop watching it. I mean, it's making money 100%, just like SoFi is just doing incredible stuff financially in just technology field here. Friends, listen, I want to thank you all so much. It's just a short, sweet little video. I cannot thank everyone enough for listening to me subscribing to the second channel. This is truly amazing. I do believe that SoFi undoubtedly is going to continue to push into new levels. If SoFi is continuing to hold into this $20 zone, and today was a sell-off day in the market. It was a pushback in the market here. So I'm curious to see what Wednesday will bring here, what Thursday, Friday, obviously Fed's talking here soon. With that, what are we going to see the market jump back up in here? Today was just a slight little pushback, but don't kid yourself. The market can easily, just start chunking coal in the motor, the engine tomorrow again here, and just be a freight train from hell once again. So, the S&P 500, I mean, this morning it was at 45.56, and now we're just at 411. I mean, really didn't lose that much ground at all. I mean, we're still at all-time highs compared to 2 months ago. Okay, so so if somebody's you see what, people are so dramatic. They're just so dramatic. It's what, how I can spot someone? You can click the video off now. I'm just ranting now. How I know when I see people and they comment certain things. This is how I know a person is not in the stock market. This is how I know a person has never truly put more than $20 in the stock market, where they go like, look what happened to the market today. Look what the president did today. Look, it's selling off. You don't seem to know what's going to happen, do you? Like, what? Dude, have you been in the market more than 2 weeks? Just like you want good days in the market, you want pullbacks in the market too, so you can buy things that are selling off here. No one wants to buy. If in a 2, it tells me that person is just buying stocks that are constantly green. People do that, they only buy stocks that are like at high levels. They don't wait for it to go. People will not buy things if they go red. Listen, I've met these people. They're out there. If you're one of them, I just want to tell you, listen, you don't have to buy things when they're at all-time highs. You can wait till it sells off. It's not a bad thing. It just means the market's a give and take. It's going to flow, okay? Today, we just sold off a little bit. Thank God. It allows people to buy into the market more and make positions. I'm done ranting. I appreciate this is why this is the second channel, just so I can rant. I just rant. Friends, take care of yourself. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.